Look, I got a poster for Gravity, and that's all I have because I really got nothing for this intro. Gravity is a movie that follows Sandra Bullock and George Clooney, and they're astronauts in space, and something bad happens, and now they're trying to survive in space, and that's the movie. Going into this movie, I was kind of excited because of all the buzz that was surrounding the movie. Honestly, I didn't expect it to get as much recognition as it was. I thought the trailer was very interesting. I thought it was very good. One little thing annoyed me, and that was Sandra Bullock screaming, but let me just get that out of the way. That, in context of the movie, that made sense and it was fine. That didn't annoy me. The movie itself is hard to talk about because there's so many things you want to discuss, but it'll be spoilery, and the way this movie plays out, I thought it was an amazing technical achievement. I was interested in what was going on the whole time during the movie. However, there's something about the movie that I can't put my finger on it, but it brings it down for me in some way. Because Sandra Bullock is fantastic in this movie. She is great. She is the anchor because you're with her for most of the entire movie and you're just following her in space trying to survive. George Clooney's also in there and he does very good in the movie. But both of them are great in this movie, and they're the only two real actors that you have for this movie. Acting in this movie is great, as is the direction by Alfonso Cuarón. He is great in this movie. The way the long shots he does in this movie are fantastic. The way this movie opened, I don't even honestly remember a cut in this movie, because I was just so into it and what I was watching. And it was great because it didn't seem like they were just constantly cutting each thing and making it all choppy. It seemed like the actors were actually really into the characters. They were acting. They didn't need jump cuts to make it seem seamless. It was. And the special effects in this movie are brilliant. It's amazing. The technological achievements in this movie, it looks completely realistic. This is one of the movies that I can already tell it's gonna stand the test of time because there's nothing in this movie that you could say, oh yeah, that looks pretty good now, but maybe in a few years it'll look shitty. There's absolutely CGI used, but there was never a time where I was like, oh man, that's just so noticeable CGI, and that doesn't usually happen. I usually have in movies, like there are a few shots where I'm like, that's a little bit fake looking, but in this movie there was nothing like that. It looked like they were up in space and they were flying around and debris was flying into their ship. It was amazing. This movie had some really intense sequences and it did pull me in a lot, and I really enjoyed watching this movie. Just my problem with it, and I still can't really figure it out. Like, here's the thing. This movie is not a movie I'm gonna ever want to watch again, and that's just because it's just one of those types of movies for me where I see it, I acknowledge that it's amazing in what it accomplishes, but I just don't want to see it again. I guess another minor issue I had was like the same issue I had with There Will Be Blood. The fact that there was just it didn't even happen often, but like one or two times in this movie, the music that was used made it seem like a cheap horror movie. Like they would have loud bang and something creepy would pop up, and not even creepy, but just startling. That didn't pull the movie down or anything, that just bugged me a little bit. Gravity is an amazing achievement in visual effects and just as an overall piece of cinema, but I'd never want to see it again, and that's not an insult to the movie. It's a great movie. I feel disconnected from it. Maybe that's why I just didn't love this movie, is because I just felt kind of disconnected from the characters and I was just in awe of what I was watching and that was it. But overall, Gravity is an amazing movie. If you are excited for it, go check it out because it definitely is a good movie. And the performances are great, the visual effects are fantastic, the direction is amazing, and it's a great movie. I'm gonna give it I don't even know what to get. I'm not giving this movie a rating. It's just a great movie that I don't really have the want to ever see again. Just take that for what it is, and that's how this is gonna be. So what do you guys think of Gravity? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Were you as conflicted as I am about rating it? Write your beautiful comments down there and tell me what you think. And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down there, because if you don't, I'll go to space and I'll die. That's the truth.